This is Adventure for Life. I'm Joel. This is day 15 and the final day of the 50th anniversary of the 74 Cutlass cross country adventure and tour and odyssey and blah blah blah. I'm in Southern California at the Salton Sea. Never heard of it before. Pretty place. I mean, obviously arid, but got a nice lake, they call it a sea, out in front of us. Mountains in the distance, whatnot. And I'm also at the Salton Sea Yacht Club. And you'll see that very clearly as I give you the standard 360. This is the Salton Sea Yacht Club. Or at least that's the name of the road. And interestingly, they have a one-way, each way road out here. So apparently at some time they were expecting loads and loads and loads of people or something. The roads out here, by the way, were some of the worst I've ever driven on. Not trying to criticize the city of Salton Sea. Oh, that's interesting. There's if you can see it, there's a guy parasailing. He's not parasailing, he's hang gliding. Right over there, the orange right to the right of that those telephone poles or whatever. So there's a guy over there hang gliding. You never know what you're going to see. There's some people camping out on the beach. Anyway, plan for today is to go through the Enzo, I think, Borrego State Park, and then on to through San Diego and to Border Field State Park, which is, from what I can tell, the southwesternmost point of the United States of America. So I will have completed my journey at that time. I'm hoping to eat another Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives for late lunch today. So anyhow, that's the plan. I just happened to be going by this Salton Sea and just figured I'd see what it was all about. This is it. All right, see you in the Enzo Borrego State Park. So I'm not to the Enzo Borrego State Park yet, but I am in the middle of nowhere. It looks like there's a bunch of off-road vehicle kind of trails and stuff around here. If you look down there, that's what I'm seeing. So it's probably an off-roader's paradise, but this looks like something out of a nuclear war, the world is destroyed kind of movie, because there is just nothing out here. Well, there's the Salton Sea. You can still see that way off in the distance if you can see the blue down there. But anyway, it's pretty crazy place. I'd hate to hear what the annual rainfall is in this place. Probably half an inch a year or something like that. Anyway, I thought this was unique, so I decided to stop. So I'm in the Anza BGA Desert State Park, and this is probably just 3 or 4 miles from the last place I videoed, so it's pretty much the same scenery here. Definitely a desert. So I didn't realize this was going to happen, but climbing out of the Borrego Valley, and I'm now at about 2,300 feet for a sign I just saw. And this is pretty great view. Again, I'll give you the 360. You can see that I'm not quite at the top, but heading to it. The Cutlass is getting a little warm climbing this hill. Again, the radiator fans are working just fine, but I've got the air conditioner on and all that. But pretty spectacular view here. I think they said the park size was about 600,000 acres. And that is the town of Borrego Springs, I think, down there somewhere. I doubt you can see it, but right in the middle of it, they've got some really fabulous resort area, which, you know, in this desert, you'd think it's kind of crazy, but palm trees, all kinds of green and whatnot. I can still see, I think that's the Salton Sea in the distance. I see a big lake, sea, whatever. Hard to believe I can see that far. I mean, I'm probably 40 miles from there now and can still see it. See it. They got bighorn sheep apparently up here. Be nice if I saw one. I'm sure I won't, but pretty windy too. I've arrived at Border Field State Park in California. This is, as far as I know, the far southwesternmost point of the United States of America. I'm hoping that there's some kind of marker or something out here at that point. It's pretty cool, by the way. So, I mean, the wind blowing off the Pacific, I can't see the ocean yet. But you got to walk the rest of the way, so we'll see what happens from here. I've probably been walking for a mile now from where I had to park. This is another park that's closed for whatever reason. Anyway, this is what it's looked like the whole time. There you can see the wall, I assume, is the border, and you can see Mexico on the far side there. By the way, there have been well, probably the last 2 miles driving down here, there were horse stables all over the place, and apparently it's very popular to ride horses down here or whatever. Maybe people just don't want to walk or whatever, but anyway, I'm hoping that what I see in the distance, I've only passed one person, there's another person in front of me. I'm hoping what I see in the distance allows me to see the Pacific. I thought I'd give you another look at the change in the topography or whatever. Again, there's Mexico in the distance. There's San Diego. I passed another person that said I'm going to be able to see the ocean from right up there. But anyway, not a real popular spot. If you can see that in the distance, there's 2 people riding horses back there, and you see the evidence, if you know what I mean, of horses, a lot of horses coming out here. Anyway, I'm sure I'm not going to be at the southwesternmost point, but close enough. Okay, I made it. There is the Pacific. It is cold. It's not cold, but it's pretty cold. Stuck my hand in. It's probably, temperature right here is probably 55, 60 degrees with a little breeze. If you can see there in the distance, there is Mexico. So the official end of the trip has come. I have driven from the northeasternmost point of the United States to the southwesternmost point in the United States. I'm at about mile 7,200, and obviously that includes my time from my mileage from driving from Atlanta. So I'm guessing, you know, back to the southeast, I got a 2,500, 3,000 miles, something like that. So I'm going to hit roughly the 10,000, 9,500 mile point. Anyway, I'm going to go eat at a Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives in San Diego, so I'm not going to close quite yet. One last look at Mexico, and there is the Pacific. Have no idea what those islands are in the distance, if you can see them. There's the Pacific, and for some reason there's a big piece of concrete, and I don't know if you can see, but those are the 2 people that were riding on horseback behind me, and they're riding down the beach. So again, that's obviously a popular thing to do. See you at the restaurant. Found this on the walk back. I walked right by and didn't notice it on the way out, but it's pretty. Some orange and some yellow flowers. Supposedly there are a lot of rattlesnakes around here, so I'm obviously not going in there. I said earlier that I only passed just a few people on the walk, but I'm going to make a quick turn here, a slow turn here. And, you know, this is the parking lot for people that want to walk back there. So there's whatever, 20 cars here. So there's obviously a lot of people that want to do this. And I saw several of them had, looked like camping stuff or whatever in their car. So but I just didn't see them out there. Maybe they were walking down the beach or sleeping on the beach or who knows what. All right, I'll see you at the restaurant. So I'm in downtown San Diego on El Cajon Boulevard, headed to Pizzeria Luigi's, and it is right up here, the next building, I believe. And I'll let you know how it is. There you go. Pizzeria Luigi. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, again, Luigi's, or Pizzeria Luigi. Really nice guy working in there. Said they were a little understaffed, but I had pizza. Oh, here's a guy riding a wheelie in downtown San Diego, isn't that? Now he's riding it sideways. The things you see, isn't that awesome? Anyway, good timing on the wheelies. Yeah, it was fantastic. Obviously, I've had lots of pizza in my life. I'm not saying that was the best I've ever had, but it was really, really, really good. Enjoyed it greatly. So we're going to call this, I'm driving to Arizona this afternoon, so we're going to call this the end of day 15 of the 50th anniversary of the Cutlass, 74 Cutlass cross country adventure and odyssey, and don't know that I'll video anything else on the rest of this trip. I may run across something that I do. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching and participating. It's obviously been an enjoyable trip. Seen a lot of things, learned a lot, and look forward to the next one.